DaSpoofy about to teach you guys with some NU real quick. What is happening, guys? I have a good match against the DaSpoofy. We played NU recently. I'm gonna start things off with my Pharaoh. He's gonna lead out with Scolipede. I'm thinking Focus Sash, but that doesn't even matter because I guess that leads Scolipedes like to set up toxic spikes and things like that. So I'm just gonna hit this thing with a Choice Scarf Drill Peck. That doesn't happen because he makes that immediate switch out into Magneton. And with the Sponge, quarter resist my hit. In comes my Grumpig, just a sponge on special attacks, hence my Grumpig B, my special wall that sets up dual screens here. I'm going to set the light screen right so that Magneton won't potentially do anything else to me. I'm going to stay in even though he switches in Flareon. I'm guessing that Flareon happens to be a Wish Protect because I don't see any other kind of reason to switch in a Flareon on a Grumpig who may potentially have the Thick Fat ability. So I'm just going to do Psychic just to test that theory even more so, and it turns out that my suspicions were right. It is a complete special wall. He's gonna go for the Lava Plume as I switch out into my Electros to get a paralysis on that thing potentially because I want to be able to take that thing out. The thing I'm worried about more so than anything else is that Tangela and that Articuno. So Flareon is going to be a huge support factor for those two things, considering that I'm going to be able to get a Stealth Rock later on in the game. So I predicted Protect is the perfect time for me to come in with the Earth Ring in order to get a unscathed, boosted Guts thing going on here. In comes the Tangela, and unfortunately for him, the Giga Drain is not going to be enough to break my substitute thanks to my light screen that I set up a few turns back. He's going to switch right back out into Magneton. I should have actually predicted that and go for the close combat here. I was contemplating that. I was thinking maybe I should go for the close combat, but I didn't necessarily want him breaking my substitute, staying in with the Tangela, being that it will be, I think it was like a 3-hit kill at that moment there. But he goes for the rest, which is actually unorthodox, and it works out in his favor in this particular scenario because now, thanks to the accumulating poison that I have, this Earth Ring is not really meant to stay in for more than like 1 or 2 turns. It's meant to hit and run. Hence why I have Toxic Orb over Flame Orb. But if I, decide to stay in, hence why I don't even have like, Swords Dance or anything like that. Because if it was a Swords Dance variant, then yeah, I would have, Flame Orb over Toxic Orb. But anyway, despite all that, I'm just going to have to waste my favorite Pokemon on that Magneton. And what doesn't happen, what I meant, was on a switch into Scolipede from the Mr. Mime, I set up the Reflect. I was so pissed off at that. I'm like, now he chooses to get a fully paralyzed? Damn, Grumpig, dang, you suck, son. But anyway, judging from that damage that Scolipede just inflicted onto my Grumpig, I'm going to have to deduct that it is Choice Banded. So that's good knowledge to know for later on here. I'm deciding that my Torterra is more important at this moment than my Pharaoh, because Pharaoh, I guess, can, my Torterra is more bulkier, and plus it has a more of a recovery move. Being that Flareon is paralyzed, it serves me great in order to do Earth Power and things like that. I can hit this Tangela with Hidden Power Ice, so I have to make a quick decision there: Pharaoh or Flareon. Pharaoh or Flareon. I chose I'm sorry. Torterra or Pharaoh, Torterra or Pharaoh, and I chose Torterra over Pharaoh. So in comes the Flareon here again. I'm gonna go straight back out into Electros, right? I have to take out that Tangela. That's the thing that's taunting me more than anything else. Not only because it's like Evaluate and things like that, but also because I have an idea now. And my idea is to get as many paralysis as I can so that Sudowoodo could come in later on and I'm hit anything and everything with just a Stone Edge. Mr. Mime doesn't necessarily like to take those as well. I do have the sturdy ability, things like that. The only thing I have to necessarily worry about is the freaking Tangela, because it outspeeds, it has Evaluate, which means it takes physical health hits more so than ever. That burn is really doing a number on me. I'm able to get a paralysis on the Mr. Mime, so that'll be great there. I'm just gonna decide to switch out into my Torterra because I don't necessarily want to keep racking up damage on my Electros, because the Electros' flamethrower is vital for me to take out that Tangela, and I know that for later on. But he reveals to me that he has the Icy Wind, which is unorthodox, and it finished me off. No! I decided to stay in with the Giga Drain because I was figuring that, if Mr. Mime wanted to stay in and continue to do damage, Giga Drain would nullify some of the inflicted damage that Torterra might, potentially get from Mr. Mime. But none of that even matters anyway because he revealed to me that he has the Icy Wind. So that's not even good for me. I'm left with Electros and I think another Pokemon here, I can't remember, and Sudowoodo. So he predicts the Flamethrower. I actually should have read that, man. Come on, Kashiv, son. Come on, man. What you doing, son? Anyway, I'm thinking that this search charge is going to be like a 2-hit KO anyway, so he's just going to have to probably go for the Wish and Protect, but it doesn't even look like it thanks to his own leftovers. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna go for the acid spray, right? And then afterwards, I know he's not gonna want to stay in with the acid spray, despite being a special wall, because that will, you know, dwindle down the purpose of being a special wall if your special defense has been cut in like half and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna predict to switch out into either Tangela and or Mr. Mime. I'm gonna want to hit the Tangela actually, thinking that I'm gonna want to go for the discharge because I'm trying to get a paralysis on that Tangela. But anyway, he brings in Mr. Mime, which is a smart play because his Death Rider at this point, he's able to free to bring in the Scolipede and or the Articuno. He brings in the Scolipede. Choice Band and Mega Horn misses. That's great for me because I'm able to get off the flamethrower. But you know, a small victory doesn't mean anything in a huge loss because in comes the Articuno here. Despite me having the Stealth Rock, which is a huge bonus on my behalf, he is going to be able to take me out with the Ice Beam thanks to the accumulated damage that I've been taking up to now from the burns, which is like, oh my god, Lava Plume burn. But I can't necessarily complain because I did get the paralysis like every time I use Discharge, so who am I to complain? So anyway, he goes for the Ice Beam, right? And Ice Beam is a 2-hit KO at this moment. I am able to hit my Stone Edges, and that's going to be an easy 2-0 for him thanks to his Tangela. His other Pokemon's weak to Rock type attacks, but unfortunately I'm not going to be able to hit that thing with a Stone Edge. In comes the Tangela, faster than Sudowoodo, and Sudowoodo's Piss Poor special defense means that 1 Giga Drain is going to be enough to finish my team off. So I was definitely a great game, definitely had a lot of fun. Viewers, do not forget to rate, comment, subscribe, and peace. What you doing?